Celebrate good times, come on. We're gonna celebrate. Oh yeah, alright, don't stop the dance. I can't hold because there's kids around. Mate, there's a fucking creepy paedophile. Look at that fucking guy. He's sitting there. He's a fucking creep. And he's waiting. He's waiting. He's on the prowl. He's waiting. Nah, he's like a lion sitting there doing fuck all. He just wants to sleep. He's no actually, so calm the fuck down. It's like I was watching one of these videos, right, and it was like, there's one of these short videos. It was funny. I'm not minimising. This is the thing. We need to get perspective, the male-female thing, right? I'm not saying that there aren't predatory males around, but I'm just saying I watched one of these Facebook, it's probably on YouTube as well, but one of these Facebook short videos, and it was it's quite funny. Again, the polarity, you know, there's different sides, but we need to merge them into one whole to get a measured perspective of what's going on. Do you not think so? There was a short video. It was a video of a woman with the camera on her face as she's walking along in a multi-story car park, and she's going, oh, I think there's some guy behind me, he's following me. And then the guy behind, it was funny. It was funny. The guy behind was like, I'm going to my fucking car, hello, I don't give a fuck about you, I'm going to my car, although, you know, that kind of, I've experienced that in the town. You feel the energy, you know, feel the vibe. I've been walking along before, and I'm walking along, and you feel, again, the collective bullshit that's projected onto me, like I've got to apologise for the historical collective bullshit wrongs that have been perpetuated by all those males, right? Where I'm assumed to be a cunt, I'm assumed to be a predatory cunt, right? We'll be walking along, and like you can sense the nervousness in the females because I'm a strong man with a presence, right? And it's like, hey, listen, darling, I couldn't give a fuck about you, right? I'm bothered about what I'm doing. There's a lot of that going on in there. So the male and female perspectives, you know, like I say, I'm not minimising how women feel. If you felt intimidated by cunty males, you're going to project that and assume every male is a cunty male. But I think what we need to be doing is getting back into the daylight and going to the park where you're relatively safe and we can walk around, we're all free, and I can feel free to go around and feel like perfectly happy to be me without feeling like I'm imposing myself on females, because like I say, I can give a fuck, dance as if no one's watching. I can give a fuck what the females have got to, you know, I'm not doing it to, you know, intimidate anyone. That was another, let's explore this as well as we approach 2026, and what glorious public displays of gloriousness of the human masculine free spirit, divine masculine energy will I be exhibiting in 2026, not just in Dumfries but wherever I go if I decide to. Like I say, I'm the highway star, the deep purple highway star. Everywhere I go, I put it on display like Marissa Tomei and the wrestler, get my tits out metaphorically and figuratively. That's the same word, isn't it? But I show the glorious display everywhere I go, right? Now, let's explore that. I think some of the reason why I've been sort of cancelled by some people in the town is because, again, I've been viewed through the prism of, how dare you do that, right? Again, it's, you know, people may view you through their prism perceptions. Insert picture of Pink Floyd, you know, the prism, the light going through the prism, but you're the pure white light. They're viewing the different colours, all the colours of the rainbow flowing down the mountain, yeah. Imagine the brain as a cancer open thing, and think of the body as the pen where the ink resides. Use the two compare. Look at you now, you're the human Majimaka. Would you please surprise my eye? It's in your nature. You can paint whatever you picture you like. Inevitably, that will be viewed as the light deflects through people's bullshit perceptions. You will be viewed as bullshit, rather than viewed as the glorious white light that you are. That can be a problem. So we lament that, but nevertheless we keep shining our light, because let's explore that. The number of times that I've exhibited the glorious free spirit, glorious euphoric feeling on the bike, you know, the fry yay feeling and the endorphins, and oh wow, look at me throw my bike up in the air. And I've said this before, but no one actually saw it through I'm trying to wake the fucking collective zombified energy of the fucking shite environment. I'm trying to wake people up, yeah? Hello, it's up to us, up to somebody. Somebody's got to do something, because there's a lackluster energy. So, and rather than that being appreciated, you're seen as crazy. Again, people's bullshit perceptions. But I think the problem is, I lament personally the fact that you make a huge effort doing certain achievements, and there's a lack of applause, but there's a lot of negativity. It's a bit disproportionate. Shouldn't you be celebrating the person who wants to celebrate and go, wow, you know, you've got to go through it to get to it? And I think I did that, not only on the film thing, but in the athletic thing. So I should have been more celebrated locally. But let's actually focus on the positives. I was celebrated because I exhibited the glorious free spirit in the town many times, which is just what kids do when they go no-handed and they do their little tricks and everything. And I was doing that. I was on the bike. I was basically going, as we see two cyclists going by and doing a wee woo and the thing, you know. I've done that many times. I've gone no-handed and gone, woo, smoke weed, don't smoke weed, throw the bike up in the air, woo, yeah. And then certain middle-aged, jaded people, social worker rockers, I don't think the advancement in the society ever came from social work rock, did it? You know, I don't think it came more from the innovators, the true greats like Ozzy and, you know, Billy Idol and Ken Dodd and Elvis and all those sorts of people. You know, we don't look to people who are playing their paint by numbers bullshit to offer us any kind of feedback on what we're doing, because I really think that you know what I mean. So we celebrate the fact that it's you can be pulled into, you can be affected, you can let the fiery darts from Satan, those people wallowing, half-baked so-called artists, you can let those affect you, or you can continue trying to be that glowing white light of positive inspiration, you know. Love you or hate you, as I said to Michelangelo Beto, I sent several voice messages to the legend, the guy that taught Rage Against the Machines guitarist, Michelangelo Beto. Sent him several voice messages thanking him for his inspirational, motivational content. Not just the guitar, but he speaks the way he plays guitar with a glorious degree of flair and speed, style, authority, energy, you know. And I said to him, I said, lost train of thought. I said to him, I said, yeah, that's love. Yeah, that's what I said to him. I said, love you or hate you, that's the way to be. We can't expect, when we're doing what we believe to be right, when we're contributing positively to the community in order to uplift, inspire, motivate, invigorate, just break up the collective energy like Captain Beefheart. You know, we can't expect everyone to love us. It's a love or hate equation, isn't it? I think we have to be just accept that fact as we move forward in 2026, as we see a runner going past, dog walkers, kids shoot marbles like basketball divers. I just want to be free. I just want to be pure. You know, you can just try to be pure, and certain people that are pure are full of shit. Can't expect them to vibe with what you're doing, you know what I mean? But in a town, that was quite a good one, wasn't it, when I said, in a town of universal dourness, turning a smile is a revolutionary act. That was a takeoff of an Orwell quote. In a time of universal deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act. Well, it's kind of the same thing, isn't it? I've told the truth through my performance art pieces in public many times along Pleasance Avenue, notably when they did the show at the you know, the show with all the cows and all that sort of thing, where everyone was turning up, and I thought I got my free audience, and I showed the glorious highway star that I was for the town. let's focus on the positives. A guy shouted out the window, he said, yeah, come on. So, you know, we don't do it for the people that are that hate us. We do it for the and, you know, to quote Joel, aka Dead Mouse, he says, if one person gets it, that's good enough, you know, even if that one person is just you. And I've inspired many people, and you never know. To quote Tanya Rose Sigerson, she said, you never know, you might meet someone, and you know, and they'll say, wow, that really inspired me to get going and do X, Y, Z. I already know I've inspired people to do things, so I don't give a fuck what those poor unfortunate bar ladies and wallowing social worker rockers have got to say about what I've been doing, because you know, you've got to own it, to quote Sophie Tuffa, haven't you? Own it. Own it. My mum said it's good, you know. And I think when your mum and your dad are both dead, that really frees the spirit, doesn't it? To quote, you know, think of being Braveheart, your heart is free, have the courage to follow it. I think I've done that many times, but as I say, when you follow your heart and you do something bold and courageous, but even if, to quote David Icke, it doesn't even take courage at this point, does it? When you do things like that, you can accept in the equation of trying to contribute to the community that you're going to be gaslit and marginalised and put in the corner. Shut up, shut up. Well, do we really care? Because we've advanced past the parochial mentality of Dumfries. I've advanced past Dumfries, and I won't go into why or how, but, you know, so we don't really give a fuck what people down the White Hart or the Coach and Horses have got to say about what I've been doing, because I already know that I've already stepped into the Coach and Horses, and just by standing there outshone the people on the stage. So I really don't give a fuck what anyone else has to think. To quote what I said to you, if you're to watch this, remember I said the way you stood in that doorway was just arresting. You know, you had the presence, and life is a stage. We don't need to be caring about, you know, what people have to say about what we're doing, because we're so engrossed and immersed, to quote Frank Gilhooly, in what we're doing, that we don't really give a fuck. Because what we have to celebrate moving into 2026 is that we are in the game, to quote Thingaby in 6 Feet Under. You're either in the game, when Michael C. Hall's character was talking to his deceased dad beyond the grave, and his dad said to him, you're either in the game or you're not. Which is it, you know? It really comes down to that, doesn't it? There was another scene where he said, he was talking to him in a rainy scene, sitting at the door, and his dad said, he was saying to his dad, no, I forget what the scene was, but he said, it can't be that easy. Because his dad was saying to him, you're alive, you motherfucker, you're alive. And he goes, it can't be that easy. And his dad said, what if it is? You know, we're alive. Gratitude. Look around you. Be grateful. That's where it all comes from. The Stevie Vai Gratitude, Appreciation, Mutual Appreciation Society, you know. Stevie Vai said it all comes from the appreciation. And I was watching the Justice Channel last night on YouTube, and he was saying the same thing. When you feel like you're in the devil's matrix, just look around you and just go, appreciate, actually, a bit like what I was saying with Graham O'Brien, when he said go into your house and just look at it as if it's the first time you've ever looked there, and you start seeing, wow, I've collected all these little artifacts, and, you know, look at the medals, and wow, I've got this lovely gloss white unit with all my display pieces on it, like a glorious shrine to myself. Don't worship false idols, you know, but Michelangelo Beto, you know, stuff like that. And you've got all my jerseys and all this stuff, and you look around, you go, there's a lot to be grateful for. So as we move into 2026, put in your comments below, what are you grateful for? I'm grateful for I think this is what I'll celebrate as we move into 2026. Celebrate the joy, the freedom of creativity, freedom of expression, freedom of creativity, freedom to just be who God told me I should be. I am what I am. Most motherfuckers don't give a damn. I am what God tells me I am, not what people say I am. Okay? For 2026, we're going to brush aside people's bullshit perceptions of us like they're flies. You know, out of my way, out of my way, I'm going to my promise. Goals already achieved, more goals to achieve. So we're looking to the promise. We're not going to be pulled down by people who were sent by the devil to take us off our focus, take us off our path, the straight line path of righteousness to our promise, which is whatever that means to you, your goals, what you want to achieve, and may 2026 offer many blessings, and may you achieve what you want to achieve, may you be who you want to be, may you fulfill all your heart's desires. Thank you.